Hey guys, D-Sol back in the Nerd Cave with my January 2024 pickups. That's right, the first month of the year has come and gone, and I got a few pickups. This a little sad. This is probably the first pickup in a very long time, and it's going to be that way going forward, unfortunately, that there is not a Best Buy pickup here. So, pretty sad. It is what it is. It's good to know that Walmart is taking the opportunity and picking up the slack and getting exclusives. So the fear that, we wouldn't be getting those exclusives anymore is kind of moot at this point. So good for Walmart. The only thing that sucks is my Walmart is terrible. It's one of those small Walmarts, not one of those like mega stores or super Walmarts or whatever they're called. So they have a very, very limited physical media section. So I'm going to have to order stuff online, which I've started to do already. Some pre-orders, a couple things came in this month. And I'm going to just have to kind of go a little out of town to go to some of the bigger Walmarts and do some in-store pickups there. But let's get to the pickups. We'll start with Amazon. First up, I went kind of DVD crazy. I had a bunch of DVDs on the bottom of my wish list, and I had some money left in my Amazon account from the holidays, so I picked some stuff up. First one up is the Don Knotts collection. Listen, a lot of these movies are classics. The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, The Reluctant Astronaut. The Incredible Mr. Lippin is not in here, but I think I already have that somewhere on DVD. Pretty sure. But Don Knotts is great. Loved him. When I was a kid, I watched Three's Company, and although I love the Ropers, Mr. Furley was the best. So the Don Knotts collection. It was a couple bucks. Sorry, I'm trying to change the lighting in here, and that's not good. Let me move that. That's better. So yeah, a couple bucks. The DVD itself was really scratched. And then when I went back on Amazon to see if I could just replace it, it wasn't an option. It gave me an option to get something else. So I played it and it worked fine. It is a DVD. They scratch a lot easier than Blu-ray or 4K. But it seems so far to be working. It comes with 2 discs. One is in my player that was all messed up. 3 discs. These 2 are pretty good. So we'll see what happens with that. The next one is something that maybe did not hold up as well as I remembered as a kid. It's an Warner Brothers archive collection of Hot to Trot, Bobcat Goldthwait. I remember watching this as a kid and loving it, seeing it on HBO. And again, it's been on my wish list for like years. The price was a few dollars. So I picked it up. And yeah, it's okay. It's Bobcat Goldthwait. I mean, back in the 80s, his voice was something else. And it's not so bad in this movie. I think other movies he accentuates it more than others. So it's not terrible here. But I still had a kick. My wife was like, "What are you watching? Is this a talking horse?" It sure is. And I forgot that Don the horse was voiced by John Candy. So that was pretty cool. So I'm still happy I got it. And to be honest with you, I have the LG C3 OLED TV, and as putting a DVD, and I put it in my 4K player, so I'm sure there's some upscaling going on, but it actually looked really good. First time I kind of threw a DVD in that player to watch on that OLED screen, and I was very surprised and happily surprised how great it looked. So if you have that TV, I don't know if it's a TV, I don't know if it's the upscaling on the player. I have some Sony basic 4K with HDR 10 and Dolby Vision on there, but yeah, it did the job. Two more, two more single DVDs, and this is part of the Lost collection. I have a few others from the Lost collection that I can't really find right now. Repossessed, I believe, is one of them, and maybe My Best Friend is a Vampire, I think, is the other, if I can find it, but whatever. So there's another one in the Lost collection. It's The Night Before, another one that I remember watching as a kid on HBO. I know you guys hear that a lot. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It's Keanu Reeves and Aunt Becky. Yeah, I remember this. I think I'm combining it with like two other movies. I do know there's a movie where there's like a Lamborghini in it. I don't know if it's this one. It might be. Maybe not. I could be thinking of two different things. That's part of the Lost collection. The Night Before. Again, something else that's been on my wish list forever. And another one in the Lost collection, Morgan Stewart's Coming Home. There is another one, and I might have it with John Cryer, where he is in witness protection. I think I might have that. If I don't have that, I kind of want that too. But this is a different one. This is, I think he's like a rich kid. I don't remember. But it's just one of those movies I saw all the time as a kid. So, just reading it a little bit here. Cool. All right. Another one in the Lost collection. And last up with the DVDs. Now, I binged HeMan Revolution. The first 5 episodes came out. Me and my son watched it, the entire thing in one sitting. They're like 26, 27-minute episodes, so you can get through them pretty quickly. So it just got me all nostalgic for He-Man. I loved He-Man as a kid. As you can see up on my wall, I got a ton of like the early 2000s He-Man stuff. I got some of the re-releases over there. I've talked about it on the channel before. It's one of the things when I was like 12, 13, I was like, I don't need this stuff, and tossed everything. So I'm trying to recollect all that stuff. All the way over there is Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull. Oh, sneak peek of the new shelves. I will be doing another room tour video at some point in the next couple of weeks. Built some new shelves just because I had no more room. The struggle with this, collecting movies. You gotta lose space. So anyway, loved He-Man. For all those who didn't like Revelation, the reasons. I liked Revelation, but maybe not enough He-Man, but I liked the story. I thought it worked well. And it's a good segue into Revolution, and Revolution is awesome. So many callbacks to so many different things. I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, it's just really awesome. And just spoiler, not really a spoiler, but sort of a spoiler. You've seen it on the commercials, probably, or on the trailers for it. They make the Masters of the Universe movie canon to the cartoon, which I thought was really awesome because Gwildor's in it. They talk about the cosmic key. There's Easter eggs all over the place. There's the old car in the background when they come back in the movie. It's just, trust me, it's awesome, and it's stuff like that I totally nerd out over, especially with He-Man. So it's kind of cool that there's so many callbacks to so many cool things. So anyway, I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. Was not a spoiler. Gwildor is part of the trailer. So anyway, because of that, I went ahead and got He-Man, the complete series, which surprisingly, a very nice surprise, came with this slipcover, which I was not expecting. This was like $20-something for the entire season. I'm sorry, series. And it comes with so much stuff. It comes with, well, first of all, it comes with the 2 full-length movies, which is great. The Secret of the Sword, which I did not have, and He-Man and She-Ra Christmas Special, which I do have. I'm considering whether I sell that stuff on eBay or I keep it. I don't know. They are really nice collector pieces. If you want to pause that just to see what other stuff is there. I don't really want to, well, I'll do it. It comes in one of these big cases with just all the movies in it. So, not movies, discs in it. It is DVD. This is really hard to get back in. Oh, that was easy, actually. So I got that, and I don't know if it's an upgrade, but I did have HeMan Season 1, Volume 1, and just look at this. This is only Season 1, Volume 1, so it doesn't even have all the episodes of the entire series. Cool special features. Maybe the only reasons why I keep this, because I don't know if these special features are in here, but just the entire series is thinner than Season 1, Part 1. And I also had the Best of He-Man 10-episode collector's edition. Really cool embossing and just really nice packaging. That's when they really cared about DVD. Really nice packaging back then. And of course, Christmas special with really nice embossing. I think I've just answered my own question. I'm probably just going to keep those. I'm such a huge fan of the series that I think I'll keep it. I'll see what it's going for on eBay. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so those are the DVDs I've picked up from Amazon. I'll just move those over. Next up, this is something that came out a while ago. I was on the fence of getting it. Then it sold out. They came back out with them, a little bit of a different version. I think it was on sale on Amazon only because Barnes & Noble is doing an Arrow sale right now, 50% off, which I'm going to complain about in a second. So I picked up and got the Arrow Video Store. Yeah, Enter the Video Store Empire Screams collection. If you want to pause these for all the movies, it's part of it. So it comes with Dungeon Master, Dolls, Cellar Dweller, Arena, and Robo Jocks. I did have, I'm not going to be able to find it. I did have Dolls, but it was like a region B. So I went ahead and got this. Now, the original release of this was a nice hard box. The top came off. The artwork was all around. This was part of like a J card. This is not this. This is a lot smaller. It does have the artwork from the front, but not the sides or the top. And it does have the individual amores, but it comes with, I'm not going to take them all out, but it comes with like the thinner amores. It doesn't have the art cards, doesn't have the video store rental card, none of that cool stuff. But I was bummed that I missed out on it. Happy that they came out with this version. I thought that was really cool, and it saves space, so I'm not really mad at it. I'm kind of happy that they did that. And yeah, here we go. Here's Dolls. So the one I had, I thought I had Cellar Dweller, but I didn't. But I had Dolls. So I will. It's a 101 Films release of Dolls. Region B. I do have a Region B player, but I'll probably just get rid of this, sell it, or something. A whole stack that needs to go on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Where? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Anyway, next up, Amazon. This just came in yesterday. I have not seen this. I've heard amazing things. I know they've already greenlit a sequel, and it's Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. Yeah, so really looking forward to this. I'm going to watch this Saturday. Today is the 1st February that I'm recording this, but super excited for this. So yeah. Next up is a Steelbook that was on my wish list for a long time. It was kind of still pretty low in price. Just a solid movie I didn't have, and I don't know if I really need to get this on 4K. If it comes out on 4K, it may already be out on 4K. I have no idea. Paying like $11 or $12, whatever I did for this, I think is just as good. And it's Catch Me If You Can. I haven't seen this in a long time. I'm always seeing clips of this on reels and stuff, and I'm always finding myself watching them. So I was like, let me just get the movie. I'm surprised I don't have it in the collection already. Next up is something from Scream Factory. My wife gave me. I don't know if you remember back during when I did my Christmas presents video. Her and my brother-in-law both got me the same movie. Forgetting which one it was. So she returned it and got me something else that was on my list I never got, which was Night of the Demons 2. She got me part 3, but never got me 2. So when she asked what I wanted for my list, I said, well, you might as well get part 2 since I already have 1 and 3. So happy to have that Scream Factory release. Now I have all 3 movies. I have the first one in the Blu-ray Steelbook. Never upgraded to the 4K. I don't think I'm going to. I don't really need to. And then now I have 2 and 3 on Blu-ray. And last up was just like a random pickup when I went to get Thanksgiving the other day on Amazon. For some reason, this popped up in like the suggestions. Actually, volume 2 popped up in the suggestions because it was like 20% off. I still didn't get that because it was about, I don't know, $15, $16, maybe less. Didn't really want it, but notice volume 1 was only like $6. So I went ahead and got it. It's the Looney Tunes Collector's Choice Volume 1. I've watched 2 or 3 of the shorts. This just takes me back to when I was a kid. Saturday mornings, once the Saturday morning cartoons. This was kind of like the last of the Saturday morning cartoons. When you watched everything else, that was always kind of like later in the morning. This stuff would come on. So really liked it. Takes me back. I know they have a larger collection that I might eventually get one day, but you can watch a lot of this stuff, I think, on Max. So, and I love how it says is intended for the adult collector and may not be suitable for children, which is absolutely true because some of the stuff they do on this. And I like that they do that as opposed to just editing it. You know, and I think a lot of people go crazy. And they should. If they edit movies, I think that's stupid. I'm fine with the warnings. As long as they maintain the integrity of it, who cares, right? Anyway, so that is all my pickups from Amazon. All right, next up, I don't really have much more, so I'm just going to push that off to the side. Next up are, let's start with this one. This is an Arrow pickup. I was going to get it on Amazon, but then it was sold out, and then I heard that it was starting to be hard to get this release in 4K. So I went to the actual Arrow site and ordered this along with Witness, which said it was sold out, but it let me order it. So I don't know if they're just going to send it to me once they get it back in stock. So that hasn't come in yet, Witness on 4K. But I ended up getting the Warriors. Now, the Arrow Store exclusive one was sold out, but I actually like the new artwork on this one, and it does come with like which these chunky box sets don't usually have a slipcover, but I like the artwork a lot with the regular release. So this is the 4K, and what I mentioned before, how I was annoyed, is I ordered this before before Barnes & Noble started doing their Arrow sale, and I've watched some videos where people have picked this up, I think for 50% off. I think it's got to be 50% off, I would assume, because I know Barbarella is also 50% off now from Barnes & Noble, and they were picking up the 4K. So a little annoyed, but it is what it is. It happens. So that was from Arrow Direct, and I hear it looks really good. It's got the theatrical version that everyone has been wanting. That is an upgrade, which I don't have it on me. I know I tried to do that ahead of time, so sorry guys. That is an upgrade to my Steelbook, which I love the artwork on that Steelbook, and so I might just keep it. I don't know. It's hard to keep stuff that you really don't need because just space is such at a premium. I just built shelves and they're almost full. So I'm not going to know what to do other than build more or just slow down the collecting. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's my Arrow pickup. Next up are 2 Steelbooks from Walmart. I've put in a couple pre-orders, which I'm forgetting what they were. I just did 2 this morning. I think one was the new Wonka movie, and I'm forgetting what the other one was. It was Wonka, which has a really cool looking Steelbook, and the new Hunger Games one. I never saw it in theaters. I like the original movies. I read the books years ago. I didn't know they were young adult books. The way someone explained it to me, a friend from work explained it to me, that she was reading a book, and the way she explained it to me, it sounded like Battle Royale, where they have all these kids and one has to survive. And I'm like, that's Battle Royale. That's got to be awesome. And the books are pretty brutal. So yeah, they're kind of young adult novels, but they're pretty brutal. Way more brutal than the movies were. But I like them. I like the movies. So I didn't see it in the theater. I think it kind of bombed, but Steelbook looks awesome. It's a Lionsgate, I believe, with the clear slip. So I pre-ordered that as well. They're both Walmart exclusives. But just going on the Walmart site, seeing what they have, I picked up a couple things. First one up is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. It's an okay looking Steelbook. It wasn't that much money. Pretty solid movie. So I went ahead and got that for the collection. John C. Reilly is hysterical, so happy to have that. And this just looked awesome, so I picked it up. And it's the Robo-Doc, the creation of RoboCop. You know, they put these stickers right on top, which is weird, of the Steelbook. Same thing with the barcode. But here's the back, here's the front. There is the spine. Haven't done that in a while. And there you go. Yeah. What's his name is a jerk. The actor. Wow, I am totally blanking. I met him at a chiller convention a few years back. Hold on. I'm just looking. Yeah, I don't know why I'm totally blanking hard on this. You guys are going to kill me in the comments. Not that you guys comment, so it doesn't really matter. But I digress. He was a real jerk at the Chiller convention. I wanted to take a picture of him signing it just because I like to have that. And he shut me down hard. He was like, no. I was like, okay, I'm not trying to get a selfie. I understand why people don't like selfies and they rather you pay for the actual photo. I get that. No one really ever has a problem with having someone get their picture signing it, but whatever. And he thought he was cooler than he was. Yeah, he's RoboCop, so he's pretty... Peter Weller, fuck you. Anyway, it is what it is. Next up is just 2 releases. This is it. After this, I do have something else that's not a movie. I fell for it, guys. I hate that Scream Factory sells these things only on their website, and they purposely make them limited and purposely overprice them. But one of them's a Kurt Russell movie, and I love Kurt Russell, and I remember this movie. Ray Liotta's in it. Had to get it. Unlawful Entry. A little bit about the film, the special features, if you want to pause that. So I picked that up. That actually might be shortly out of stock or out of print soon. And since I was on the site, I picked this up. It looked kind of cool. School Spirit. It's probably one of those raunchy 80s you can't make today type of movies. And those are great, so I had to get that. So here are my physical media pickups for the month of January. Now, I do have one last thing. I got some message. I think I was just checking email. I randomly get emails from Trick or Treat Studio. Sometimes they end up in my spam, but I was looking at my spam folder, saw it, and noticed that they, I guess, are losing licenses to a couple things. So get them while they're last. And this wasn't a lot of money, and this might be one of the best masks I've ever gotten from Trick or Treat Studios. Just the detail on it. I've put it on. It's nice and form-fitting, and it's unbelievable. And it is... Oh, let me do that. Here we go. Darkman. It is just unbelievable, guys. And I don't know if this camera This phone like does it justice. Maybe it does, but it just it's by the mouth. It's glossy where you think it would be kind of like moist and stuff. Ew, moist. The ear is charred. Just the skull. And I put it on. It's so form-fitting. All you need to do is maybe put some makeup around the eyes, and it would like blend perfectly. So this is, like I said, I think one of the best masks. And I am going to meet, fingers crossed that nothing changes, Sam Raimi at a Monster Mania convention in March. I got the VIP tickets. Amazing lineup. If you haven't checked it out, check it out online. If you're in the Jersey, Philly area, I would totally suggest going to Monster Mania convention. It's always a great convention. It's my favorite one, and their guests are just getting better and better. So Sam Raimi will be there, and so I don't know. I might have him sign this. It's got to be hard. Like, look at that. That's so awesome. Like, I want him to sign. Usually, like, I like them to sign it here, but I don't know how that's gonna come out with a marker, because you never know if I really want to wear this one day. Or I can just suck it up and just get it, like, right there. And look at that skin. This is, like, legit one of the best masks I've seen. And their 2024 lineup looks fantastic. If you haven't seen it online, I would check it out. I already have it where I already went on the email list for them to let me know when the Lost Boys masks get in stock. They have a vamped out David, and a vamped out Michael. And you know that's my favorite horror movie / movie of all time. I am getting that day one. Not going to wait for prices to go down. Getting that shit day one. So really excited for that. But yeah, so here are the pickups. All right, guys, again, here are the pickups. What a mess. I try to get this mask to stand up. You know, you could use what I've used. If you look over here, some of the masks I have like those mannequin heads. But if you don't have those, you can get a roll of paper towels, like the Costco ones. The really big, thick ones work really well to hold up masks. So I would suggest that. So I got some movies under there. But anyway, here are my pickups, January 2024. This is a long one. I'm surprised. I'm very chatty today. Like I said, for the channel for 2024, I'm going to do another room tour video. I'm finally, I think, going to do a Laserdisc collection video. Probably got to be in multiple parts. And maybe some other stuff. Who knows? Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you guys in the Nerd Cave.